there, everybody. Welcome back to the Inside Lowell Studios here in our beautiful downtown Lowell offices on Merrimack Street. I am Teddy Panos, founder of Inside Lowell, host of the Inside View, and I guess you could kind of say all around provocateur here on our website. But today we're going to talk about something a little bit more interesting, something a little bit more fun, some certainly less controversial, and something that might just help your financial situation, because we're joined this morning here in our Inside Lowell studios by our good friend Vicha Kong. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Close, Teddy, close.
All right.
Vichta.
Vichta. All right.
Yes.
I made the hard I. Vichta Kong.
Vichta.
See, you ruined me by kind of telling me it's okay to call you V.
Everybody calls me V.
So
yes.
It took a funny story. It took me a while to get used to calling you V, but now I call you V so often. I butchered the Vichta Kong.
Vichta.
Vichta Kong from the Washington Savings Bank, one of our main sponsors here at Inside Lowell. Welcome to you, Vichta. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome to be here, because I've been trying to tell folks about your wonderful products and services since I opened up one of our Inside Lowell bank accounts there. And I feel like I'm not doing it justice. But the one thing you don't even need to try to do justice to is this amazing offer that's still available through the end of January 2023.
Yes.
You guys just want to give people $300.
Basically, yes. So we've actually had this promotion before, but the bank has decided to extend the promotion until March 31st of 2023. And basically, as long as you have $1,000 of direct deposit in the first 30 days of opening up a checking account, the bank gives you $300.
Oh, see, so I did butcher it, because it doesn't end on January 31st. So if you open it January, say today, when we're filming this, January 12th,
yes.
If by February 12th or 11, depending on 31 days, anyway, just have $1,000 direct deposited, and you guys are putting $300 in that same account. No strings attached. No, I don't have to sign away my oldest son or my next born or nothing.
No, there's no strings attached. We do ask that it's payroll or Social Security. It has to be a qualifying direct deposit. It can't be like money transferred from your other account at Lowell 5 to Washington Savings Bank.
But usually when people do direct deposit, it's almost always a payroll check or some kind of retirement check or whatever. Did anyone at the bank do the math? Sean Lydon, President Hogan, did anybody stop and realize that's a 30% return?
It is.
On people's money?
Yes. And that's why Sean Lydon, our Vice President of Retail, he actually I actually asked him the question, and I'm sure he told me he was listening today. So I asked him the question, why was it only a special promotion for Lowell and Dracut residents? Like, are we able to offer this to non-Lowell and Dracut customers? And he said, we did before. For a long time, we opened this up to anybody, Chelmsford, Billerica, Tingsboro. But after so many years of doing this promo, we've come to the conclusion that the people who stay are the people who are in our service area. So,
and that's where your branches are.
Yes,
Lowell
and
Dracut. And one basically right around the corner from us here, on the corner of Middlesex and was that Gorham?
Gorham.
It becomes Gorham or Central? Central. Okay. So Lowell Dracut residents get $1,000 directly deposited into
a checking
account. Is it a personal account, or can businesses do something similar?
I'm not sure if this is qualified for businesses, but I'm sure business customers who want to open up a personal checking account will qualify.
There you go. There's a way to get around it.
Yes.
Can it be done online, or do folks have to come in person?
Our accounts can be done online, but I actually encourage customers to walk into our branch. We're a very in-person type of banking. So, and you can ask the questions, and we can kind of go into the details for the promo, because like you said, a lot of people think there are strings attached when there isn't. There really isn't.
Trust me, I'm not going to try to talk you out of it. If you guys want to give away money, knock on wood, do it for the people of Lowell and Dracut. But that's 30% return. That's fun. I've never heard of anything like that. But you said you've been doing it for a while.
We've been doing promos for a while now. Usually it was like a free giveaway. We did, like gifts. We did cameras, the GoPro cameras one year. We did all sorts of free giveaways, but it comes down to right now, I think the $300 extra in somebody's account is super helpful, especially right now. So I think that's why it's important, and I think that's why we're trying to push it so that people can actually take advantage of this promotion. And it's not going to be around forever. Like I said, it's going to end March. So
it's a great promotion. How long have you been at the bank?
So I actually just celebrated 17 years at the bank, November of last year.
Wow. Sounds like it's kind of a good place to work at if you're going to be there. By the way, you're nowhere near have the most longevity at the bank.
No.
I saw on social media last month that somebody was celebrating 35 years.
Yes, our assistant vice president of lending, Elzita Picardi. Oh my gosh, she's going to be like, don't talk about me. But she just celebrated 35 years at the bank. So we definitely have some senior staff members there. I'm 17, and I started as the assistant manager in Drake so many moons ago, but there have been staff members there 15, 20, 25, 30. A lot of our staff and our senior staff are been there for a long time.
So basically, that's your team at Washington Savings Bank knows the communities
Absolutely.
that you service, and that's important. I felt that when I came in to open up my account and chat with you. So you started at the Drake branch, and now you're in downtown Lowell.
I am. I started in Drake, and then at one point we did have a branch in Tingsboro, and I was the manager up there for a little while. But unfortunately, we don't have a lot of New Hampshire and customers out that way. So they decided to let that branch go and just kind of focus on our Lowell and Drake customers. So, I mean, eventually, hopefully we'll expand. But as of right now, I'm in the downtown Lowell office.
What's your official title out there?
I am Business Development Community Relations Officer.
I hope you get paid by the word. That's a nice long title.
90% of the time, I just tell customers I'm a manager. That's me.
There you go. Talk a little bit about some of your other products and services. Obviously, the $300 for the $1,000 direct deposit is that enough should make people flock to open an account.
Yes.
But what you offer both personal and commercial services?
Absolutely. We are as competitive as any other bank in this city. And as you and I both know, there are a lot of banks in Lowell, especially downtown Lowell. There's like a bank in every corner. But we serve the local community, our local business community, and we have all the products and services that can support your business, your personal needs, your business needs. Business development for me has been great because when I started this position, it actually gave me the opportunity to go out into the city and meet business owners and nonprofit organizations that we support. My job allows me to be able to volunteer for community nonprofit organizations and meet business customers and nonprofits and support them financially if they need be. But that's not the point of me going out there, but it's just getting the bank's name out there.
One of the things that struck me the day I was in and opening up our account here was that it's truly people in the community. I watched the people come in. A lot of banks, everybody's doing the drive-through and the mobile banking stuff, but you had a lot of bodies. I can't remember the last time I've seen that many bodies walking into the bank, going up to the tellers. And you kind of said to me, these are probably almost, and you recognize a lot of them. They live in the refurbished mill buildings around there. So and everybody is saying hi to somebody in the bank or whatever. The workers are saying hi to the people in line and vice versa. You know your community. That's important.
We do. And we try to, obviously we have all of the mobile banking and the online banking for customers and like that. But we also want to cater to the customers who want to walk into a physical building and sit down and talk to somebody. Not everybody's going to be tech savvy, but we do have a number of customers that we never see. They open their accounts online, they do the direct deposit, they manage their accounts on their phones, and that's it. But then we have customers who walk in every day and, make their deposits, make their withdrawals, chit chat with our security officers or with our manager, or, say hello to our tellers. So it's a great community bank, and I love working there. I've been there a long time.
Diverse staff as well.
Absolutely.
Because I know my parents would have had a hard time if they were back in the day. There were Greek tellers or Greek VPs that helped them because they didn't really speak English, and you're able to help in various communities out there.
Yes, we try to be as diverse as possible, especially because I don't know if you know this, but the Dunkin' Donuts, like kind of across the street from Washington Savings Bank, used to be the Portuguese Savings Bank. So we have a very large community of Portuguese customers. Maria Silva and Lilia Chan are both Portuguese, and that's the manager and the assistant. So we have a lot of customers walking in who feel comfortable because even though they do speak English, they just feel more comfortable communicating with somebody that, knows the language. And I do the same with our voting customers.
That actually makes perfect sense because it's just a short walk from back Central Street where many Portuguese families settled, and now the next generations are coming in there.
Absolutely.
So one thing that struck me, and maybe it's because I'm just important, and I'm, or maybe for some strange reason, you might be like one of the few people in the city who actually finds me somewhat humorous. I opened the account, a commercial account, and I got this Washington Savings Bank mug that I like to show off. There you go, everybody. And I spilled before we went on the air, I actually spilled this, the water on poor V on the other side. But I also got an umbrella. Is that just for me? Should I feel special, or will every customer who comes in open something?
Well, you did get the mug, though. I went the extra mile and gave you the mug, but we do give a small opening gift to customers when they first open up their accounts, if they're a new customer. Yes,
that's a nice old school touch that banks used to do all the time. You don't see it as often. You may get like a pen or something, something small, but that's something tangible that's going to last forever. That and the umbrella were exactly what I needed, by the way, because I didn't have a mug in the office, and I need an umbrella for when I'm walking around in the rain.
So that's some of the reasons why I really enjoy working. I used to work at the big commercial banks. I actually started off at Santander. Is it Santander or is it Sovereign now?
I don't even know what
one of those
now. Yeah.
But I remember working as a head teller over there, and they used to give out free Tupperware sets for new accounts. It's just kind of old school banking, and yes, we do a little bit of old school banking, but we also try to support the younger generation and the apps, and it's interesting to see the types of customers that walk through the door. But I think they appreciate that we have both.
So 2022 was a big year for Washington Savings Bank.
It was.
130-year anniversary of the bank. Now you're in year 131. No big. How come nobody celebrates 131? That's a bigger accomplishment than 130. Why do we ignore milestones unless they have a 0 or a 5 at the end of them?
I'm not sure, but the bank definitely put out like a happy birthday to Washington Savings Bank last year. But we didn't even do a big promotion or anything about I just feel like it's just the way the bank is. We kind of sit in the back and serve our customers and just make sure they're happy, and they don't like to pat themselves in the back, and I think they should.
They most certainly should. It's all this money you're spending on coffee mugs and umbrellas instead of on promoting yourselves. So you're part of the brain trust, the marketing engine over there. What else do you kind of have planned? What can folks look forward to in 2023 at the bank? Are you at liberty to give it away?
I mean,
no one's watching. Don't worry.
My boss is watching, so I should really watch what I'm saying. No, we obviously we had a great year. Obviously the last couple of years have been difficult, but I feel like moving forward, the bank always thinks of the positive and find creative ways to bring in new customers and to support our customers. I feel like it's marketing and it's work to get people to walk through the door, but I feel like it really depends on the staff and the service and the customer service that you give to keep those customers. We must be doing something right if we've been around for 130 years.
Of course. It's a small business. And then as you mentioned, you guys are a small bank. You're not like one of these national chains or even some of the local banks that have grown to 10 plus.
We have two branches.
Yeah.
We have 2 branches, and we can help any community customer that walks through the door just like any other big bank can. But we also, and I think I said this before, we also have good relationships with other banks that if we can't help you with something, we can definitely reach out to our partner banks. Like the city, the banks in the city do these projects all the time. There's just not one bank involved in a huge project. There are multiple banks, and you have to have that relationship with your fellow bankers. And I have a lot of friends at other banks, and it's fun. It's competitive, but it's fun competition.
All right. And forgive me before we wrap up here. You may have mentioned it, but I may have missed it. You also have debit and credit cards. Well, I actually have my Washington Savings debit card, and I was allowed to pick my own design on the card as well, from a choice.
Yes, we do have debit cards. I mean, all of our checking accounts are free. All of our business accounts are free as well.
Yes.
We have savings accounts. I mean, we do have all the basic banking needs that anybody would need, but I think the best part would be they're free and they are, basic, just not complicated. It's just to help you do your finances. We don't have credit cards though. We don't have investment products either, but we do have all the things that you would need just to have a checking account and
so a debit card.
A debit card,
All
yes.
right.
And we print them in the office. I mean, we kind of had to go that way.
I walked out the door with it with my coffee mug and umbrella. All it took, 15 minutes to open a commercial checking account, get a debit card, and handle all that. That's fantastic. How do folks, anybody watching us here or eventually listening to us on our podcasts on Spotify or Google or Apple, how do they learn more? How do they get in touch with you? How do they take advantage and get $300 for free? Give us all the ways to contact you, please.
You can definitely hop onto our website, www.washingtonsavings.com. You can email me, vkong@washingtonsavings.com, or you can just come by our branch, 30 Middlesex Street, Lowell, Mass. 01852, and our Dracut office is 100 Broadway Road in Dracut, Mass. So call us, 978-458-7999. You will meet Molly. She's our receptionist. She's great. Ask her any questions, and if she can't answer the question, she'll relay the message over or transfer you over to any one of our customer service reps. So
that's awesome. And yet you are literally in that bank.
I'm there every day unless I'm running out to talk to you or a business customer or a nonprofit customer or, doing community stuff, which I love. But if you need me, I'm definitely always there.
Awesome. And I want to personally thank you for being so helpful and accommodating to us here at Inside Lowell. And of course, everybody at Washington Savings for becoming a part of our team and for helping us grow. We look forward to growing. Hopefully someday we can catch up to you, maybe my great-grandchildren can talk about the 130th anniversary of Inside Lowell.
Maybe we can definitely hang on to that, But thank you for having me. I appreciate your time, and I definitely enjoy this partnership and sponsorship with the bank and Inside Lowell. So thank you, Teddy.
I'm glad you do, because we're going to end on this note right here. You have a personal interest, something you do for fun when you're not working.
I do.
You're a true crime buff, and I'm trying to get you to actually do Lowell versions of true crime, because we've got some great old murder mysteries and other crimes that we can talk about
am a
here.
true crime buff. It's so weird that people don't know that, but I'm very interested in true crime. So if this goes well, if this podcast goes well for the bank promotion, maybe I'll talk some true crime. We'll see. We'll see about the comments and the feedback first.
All right. I think it's going to go pretty well, and I think a Lowell version of a true crime podcast would go very well with Vichta V. Kong hosting it. Thanks so much for coming here and joining us. Look forward to seeing you at the bank soon, V.
Thank you, Teddy.
All right. Take care. And everybody, thank you for joining us as well. You are watching Inside Lowell on our podcast channels, hopefully listening to this eventually on our podcast audio channels as well. Visit the website InsideLowell.com, www.InsideLowell.com. If Lowell is your home, this is your place, and Washington Savings Bank should be invited into your home as well. Take care, everybody.